Think these are just jokes? Nope, every one of these 7 stories actually happened. Get ready to laugh for real. This real story happened in Poland. Meet our genius criminal, a man with ambition, poor planning, and excellent resume formatting. He needed money, fast. But also, he wanted a stable job. So he thought, why not apply for a job at a bank? And if that doesn't work, I'll rob it. He found a nearby bank. Looked decent, not too much security. Bonus? They were hiring. So he submitted his job application with full name, ID number, home address, phone number, smiling headshot like he's applying for a job at IKEA. The bank never called. 2 weeks later, he returned, but this time, not in a suit. He stormed in wearing a mask, waved a toy gun, and yelled, "Give me the money? I'm not kidding." He got a few €100 and ran off. But here's the twist. The bank staff recognized him from his job application. When police arrived, they literally opened their email inbox and said, "Oh yeah, here's the guy. He even included references." They arrested him within 3 hours at home, in pajamas. He was shocked. "Wait, how did you find me?" The officer replied, "Well, sir, you basically gave us your CV before committing the crime." And that's how he became locally famous as the most honest criminal in Poland. This story takes place in the United States, the land of fried chicken and lawsuits that sound like sitcom plots. One fine day, a man, let's call him Dave, walked into a popular fried chicken joint and ordered the 10-piece spicy wing combo. He took it home, opened the box, and paused. He counted. 1, 2, 3. Only 9 wings. One was MIA, missing in appetite. Now, most people might call the restaurant, but not Dave. Dave decided to sue the chicken company. And he didn't sue for a replacement wing. No. He sued for $5 million, citing consumer deception, emotional distress, and loss of chicken trust. In his complaint, he stated, "I didn't get what I paid for. The missing wing caused me real mental harm. The combo said 10 pieces. I got 9. That's betrayal." The internet went wild. Some people called him a fried chicken freedom fighter. Others said, "Bro just got hangry and grabbed a lawyer." The court ultimately dismissed the case, ruling, while unfortunate, one missing wing does not equal $5 million in damages. But to save face and avoid a PR disaster, the chicken company offered Dave a free box of wings every week for a year. So, no, he never got his 10th wing back. But he did get 520 replacement wings and possibly the most expensive chicken nugget drama in history. It was a sunny day in Florida, 2013, when 911 dispatchers got a surprising call not about a fire, not a robbery, but from a 9-year-old boy named Jordan who said, "Hello, officer. My dog just ate my math homework." Yes, this was a real emergency. Jordan, a 3rd grader, had just finished his homework neatly done, ready to go when his lovable golden retriever Max decided it looked tasty. "I heard chewing," Jordan said. "I turned around and Max was halfway through my long division." Now, Jordan had used the "dog ate my homework" excuse before, but this time it really happened and no one would believe him. So he did what any responsible student would do. He called 911 for legal backup. When officers arrived, they found Jordan serious as a judge, pointing at shredded notebook pages and a very sleepy dog. One officer laughed and wrote an official note. "Confirmed. Homework eaten by canine. Situation beyond child's control." The next day, Jordan showed the note to his teacher, who laughed and let him redo the assignment. Jordan became a classroom legend, and Max earned the title Florida's Most Wanted Homework Eater. In 2019, at a major Canadian airport, a ground crew technician, let's call him Tom, was assigned to inspect the cargo hold of a flight headed to Alaska. Now, Tom was known among coworkers for one thing: legendary nap skills. And that day was cold, very cold. Inside the cargo hold was warm and quiet. After finishing his inspection, Tom had 20 minutes before takeoff, so he thought, no harm in a quick nap? Just 15 minutes on these comfy cardboard boxes. He didn't tell anyone, no radio message, no checkout, just dozed off. Soon, the cargo door closed. The plane taxied. The jet engines fired. And Tom was flying. About an hour into the flight, the vibrations and roaring woke him up. He sat up in a panic. Wait, I'm in the air? Where am I going? He pounded the walls, yelled, but no one could hear him from the sealed cargo hold. When the plane landed in Alaska, Tom calmly stepped out like a stowaway in a hoodie and greeted a very confused ground crew. Security detained him. Customs agents interrogated him. Why are you in the cargo hold, sir? I swear I was just napping. With no passport? Because I wasn't supposed to leave the country. After verifying his ID and checking with Canadian authorities, Tom was released and given a proper seat on a return flight. Back at work, his nickname became official, the Napstronaut. He didn't just sleep on the job, he crossed international borders doing it. In Japan, land of anime, vending machines for everything, and high-level nerd romance, there was a programmer named Kenta. He loved three things: code, games, and his girlfriend, Yui. Yui wasn't just any girlfriend, she was his co-op partner for life, both in games and in real life. They met inside an online puzzle RPG called Crystal Hearts, and their relationship literally began with, "Nice heel? Wanna join my guild?" 2 years of raiding dungeons and unlocking achievements later, Kenta knew it was time to propose. But being a programmer, a nerd, and a hopeless romantic, he wanted something truly game-changing. So he built a custom game from scratch called Crystal Proposal. Each level was based on a real memory. Level 1, a pixelated version of the net cafe where they had their first date. Level 2, a castle map that matched the game where they met. Level 3, a boss fight against fear of rejection. The boss had only 1 horsepower. He stored the game on a custom-made hard drive shaped like an in-game treasure chest. Inside it, a real engagement ring engraved with their names and their in-game guild emblem. He installed the game on her PC with a launch icon titled, Only for Yui. She played through it, puzzled, laughing, getting emotional, and when she reached the final door, a message appeared. This is your final quest. Will you marry me? Press Y to accept. Press N to refight the boss. She hit Y, wiping tears from her eyes. The game played 8-bit wedding music. Kenta opened the chest-shaped hard drive and pulled out the real ring. He stood up, forgot to kneel, held her hand, and said, "You're the only player, too, I'll ever need." She said yes. After the wedding, they shared the game online with a twist. If anyone chooses N at the end, the boss respawns and says, "Wow, you really made him code all this just to say no?" It was 2020, the golden age of Zoom classes, online chaos, and accidental viral moments. Miss Mary, a sweet but slightly scatterbrained elementary school teacher, was wrapping up a math class on subtraction with her second graders. She smiled, waved, and said, "Okay, class, great job today. See you tomorrow." She muted her mic. But guess what? Her camera was still rolling. She stood up, humming "Let It Goo" from Frozen, grabbed a towel, and casually walked into her bathroom just 3 meters away from her laptop. The entire class was still there. One kid asked, "Wait, is this bonus class?" Another yelled, "Guys, The teacher is showering on Zoom. Miss Mary, now completely relaxed, started a full skincare routine loofah, shampoo, conditioner, even face mask. Meanwhile, the Zoom chat exploded. Is that strawberry shampoo? I thought this was math class. One child called for backup. Mom, my teacher's in the shower on television. Finally, a panicked parent called Miss Mary. She glanced at her phone with wet hands, froze in the shower, and shrieked. Oh no, I'm still live? She sprinted out of the bathroom, half-drenched, wrapped in a towel, yanked the laptop cord like she was defusing a bomb. The next day, the school issued a very serious new rule. All staff must double-check Zoom is off before engaging in personal hygiene. And the kids? They started calling her Miss Bubble. And one little boy wrote in his homework, I like Miss Mary because she's the cleanest teacher ever. In a small Thai village in 2018, a man, let's call him Uncle Sumchai, walked into a local police station holding a photo and a slice of banana cake. The officer asked, Sir, what are you here to report? With a straight face, Sumchai said, I lost my pet elephant. The entire station thought he was joking. He wasn't. He explained, Her name is Nongdu. I've raised her since she was small. She sleeps in my yard and eats bananas with me. I left the gate open last night, and she's gone. So yes, the police had to file a missing elephant report. The description? 1.4 meters tall. Gray skin, very friendly. Loves bananas, watermelons, and ear scratches. Walks around aimlessly when sad. They issued an alert over village loudspeakers. Some neighbors reported seeing a polite elephant wandering past, sniffing banana trees but not destroying anything. 3 days later, Nongdu was found chilling under a mango tree, enjoying the rain, looking completely relaxed. The headline made it to local news. Wanted, a very polite elephant who hates fences and loves freedom. Happy ending. Elephant returns home. Somchai? He installed a GPS tracker on her tail and now locks the gate at 6 p.m. sharp.